Opinions, viewpoints, and beliefs presented on this program do not necessarily reflect those of the management, the affiliates and broadcast partners, or the sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, and good evening from Scarefest Radio at the Louisville SuperCon. What the hell is stuck in my headphones? There we go. We are here live at the Louisville SuperCon. The little green light's on, so I'm assuming this is going out everywhere that it's supposed to go. I'm going to go ahead, before we go any further, I'm going to introduce our prospective co-host, Holly LaFavors. Did I say your name right?
Yes, you did. Finally.
We, just to explain, I've been friends with Holly on Facebook and Twitter for a while, and I like her attitude. I described you to Brandon today as a younger, hot female version of me.
Oh, I like that.
So,
Are you going to pay me royalties?
We seem to have a similar sense of humor, but the main thing is, you're a big horror fan.
I'm funnier.
What?
I'm a horror fan. What?
You're a horror fan,
Okay.
right? She's got a lot of Twitter followers, built-in audience. She has estrogen. Something Scarefest Radio has definitely been lacking is estrogen. Would you agree?
Probably so.
Yeah,
I think I lack some serotonin this month, too. I saw this meme recently. It was like yesterday. It said, I have the last level of serotonin left of November, and that's how I feel right now. But tomorrow's December. It's a new month.
That's
We're
right.
leading into a new year, so let's do this. Let's do this con.
Now, Holly, you just got here.
Yeah.
You literally just walked in the door. Like I had to tell her we're at the end of the food court. So,
I haven't eaten.
yeah, she hasn't eaten. I haven't eaten either. Don't worry about it. But now, one thing I want to, I haven't really been around the floor a lot. When Brandon comes back, Jake Godbold is here. Jake Godbold, I guarantee you, will be able to tell you about the convention. But some things I'm going to tell the Scarefest fans before we get started. Things that I hear you all bitch about. Last year, and Jake's one of them, the floor plan last year at the Scarefest. Oh, we had to walk so far to get into it. You don't have a choice here. We're like half a mile off of the street. You have to go up escalators, you have to go down, but it's a great convention hall. The convention hall is very nice. It's huge, it's packed, a lot of vendors. I haven't been back on Stars Road. They said it was kind of mushed up together, but they, that's not my problem. We've had a good time today. We've had a lot of traffic at the booth. Now, here's a little brag. Nicole, if you're listening, Layla, if you're listening, I will tell you, the number one comment that the staff here says they're getting is that everybody that says, yes, I know what the Scarefest is, we love the Scarefest. There has been a lot of buzz about it, and it's from vendors in particular, vendors that are wanting to come back. So we're real excited about this year, but we've had a lot of people come up, get information. Bruce Campbell, they're excited about it. I wish we could have had somebody else tonight, Layla, just saying. But it has been a really good thing. Now, gonna be able to watch my clock here. I do want to, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna talk to Holly here in a minute. But some things I like about the convention hall here. First of all, you can buy a soft drink damn near anywhere. You can buy liquor damn near anywhere. There is an entire food court in the convention. Now, I'm not saying it's cheap. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's there. Lexington, learn. Learn. Now, my only complaint about the convention center, what always get noisy in the background. We failed to book electricity for the booth. Me doing radio, of course, I needed electricity. So the staff was very responsive. Once I found one of them, they got somebody up here to the booth. Within 5 minutes after they found us, they had us hooked up. Here's the complaint. He plugged an extension cord into the floor, put 2 pieces of duct tape on it, and threw the cord over in the booth. That was our electric hookup. So someone might actually die on our electric hookup this weekend. We're going to take our first commercial break, everybody. When we come back, we're going to talk to Holly. We're going to find out more about her. Stay tuned.
Do you feel lost in life? Do you seem to be stuck in emotions that are not yours? Is your home not the sanctuary it should be? Contact Spirit Mechanics, where they take a team approach to your metaphysical and spiritual problems. Spirit Mechanics specializes in aura cleansing, stone attunement, attachment removal, and house cleansings. Spirit Mechanics tailors their approach to your individual spiritual path and needs. Find them every month at Lexington, Kentucky's Mystical Fair, mysticalfairlex.com, or on Facebook by searching Spirit Mechanics, that's MECHANIX. Spirit Mechanics, for your spiritual health and well-being.
It has been brought to our attention. I'm going to go ahead and apologize and hope you can hear me. Some of the video feeds are a little hinky. I'm going to explain this one more time. Convention Center Internet. Convention Center Internet. It sucks. We're actually having to operate off a cell phone because, but we're doing the best we can. It will be recorded, so you will be able to see and everything. If you miss it tonight, don't worry about it. We're not giving anything away. We don't have any prizes tonight. We're just letting you, we're going to try to grab some cosplayers if we see some walk by, but otherwise, we're just here for the experience. Now, one thing that caught my eye about you, Holly, is you go to a lot of conventions, apparently.
Yes, I've been going for 12 years now.
How many do you hit a year, probably?
At least 4 to 6.
4 to 6 a year.
In the area. Kentucky, and then I go to Ohio, I go to Indiana, I go to Tennessee, Nashville. I've not been anywhere outside of that, though. There's big ones in Texas and Florida, and then, of course, like the major Comic-Con in San Diego I've never been to.
Well, I didn't expect you to go to all of them, but
the southern ones.
Well, but I did notice that it seemed like you were familiar with them, and you were. Well, I mean, you just seem to travel a lot.
Yes.
Of course, you were in Las Vegas like a month ago.
A week ago.
A week ago, okay. So she's a world traveler, and she does go around to conventions. So actually, what I'm wanting to do, since you already go, now I know you already get media passes.
Yes.
Now, what do you, who do you write for somebody? Do you blog for somebody?
Yes, I write for myself through Twitter. Since I've gained several followers, I wouldn't say I've gained a lot. But enough to get media passes to these events, and I've been getting media passes for about the past 5 years now. And then I just kind of make connections.
Just based on charm?
Yeah. Josh Gates, do you know who he is?
Yes, I know who Josh Gates is.
He calls it the gift of the gab. So I have the gift of the gab because I'm a licensed therapist in Kentucky, so I talk a lot. And I listen, but I talk a lot too.
Well, what I'm hoping you'll do, in addition to taking spots on Scarefest Radio, is as you go around to some of these conventions.
Billy Crank. Let's call him over.
Billy Crank. Billy Crank.
We know him.
I wasn't trying to bust up in here or nothing, but how y'all doing today?
We're doing fine. Do I need to lick you again?
No, we can leave that part out. I've been
by the way, the first time that I have done a remote for like a year that I haven't been day drinking ahead of time. Just so you know. We're hoping, okay, first of all, by your affiliation with Scarefest Radio, you'll automatically get a media pass anywhere you want to go. Should not be a problem. But was wondering if maybe we couldn't maybe get you to do some interviews for us to be played online.
Sure.
Put you on the spot right now.
Well, here's a celebrity. There he goes. I know him personally.
Now, we have Miss Marvel over here. Are we friends on Facebook?
Captain Marvel, and yes.
I'm from the 80s. It was Miss Marvel back then.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
70s and 80s. They changed that after he died. Okay, Captain Marvel died of cancer or something.
Something.
Yeah. And then yeah, okay. See, I'm a misogynist, but I know my comic books back then.
I found someone to interview. See, I'm hired.
Wow, that sounds weird.
Yeah, and it's picking up everything.
Yeah,
Where is the freaking music coming from? I can't hear that.
the wrestling.
I should be there, but last week I was on Starcade.
Nuh-uh.
In Cincinnati. Yes, I had front row seats. I promise. Go.
Really?
If you have the Wrestling Network.
I do.
Okay. Click on Starcade. I'm the first person you see after Ric Flair. Me and my brother.
What'd you do?
Yeah! That's what I did.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I'm here. So.
Right on.
You gotta live to tell the story. I got commemorative chairs. I found a pancake, from the New Day.
Yeah.
Big wrestling fan now, so.
Right on. Turned you on to it, huh? Right on. Right.
Yeah, quite turned on. Yeah.
No, what I'm
Men touching men.
To wrestling.
Men touching men. You too? I know he is.
Actually, I think he's a little phobic.
No, I'm not.
Anyway.
I'm shocked he's not a wrestler
What
now.
is- Anyway, now everybody, I do want to tell you, now Billy has been absent from the show for a while.
I have.
We've been going through some transitions, shuffling stuff around, coming up with a game plan, but Billy is co-hosting in just a week or two, and he's going to be back on the holiday episode. So Billy is still a part of Scarefest Radio. Wanted to put that out there, but in fact, if you go to scarefestradio.com, click Meet the Team, he's right there amongst us. Holly will be.
Local celebs.
Awesome. Hey, I'm 100% glad to be a part of it. Awesome.
Now, how long have you been here a while yet, or is it?
Man, I've been here probably about maybe 3 hours.
3 hours?
Just cruising around. I'm just gonna be here for one day, checking
Okay.
it out. I ain't never been here before.
What so far impresses you most about Louisville Supercar?
All of the little whatnots and thingamajiggers.
There are a lot of
like the homemade, unique things, like the welding thing. People are making stuff out of metal now.
So the vendors.
Yeah, the vendors. Yeah. People are making stuff out of metal. Can you believe it?
Like pipes?
No.
like Wolverine claws.
Yeah. But no, man, the people are super nice. Everybody's pretty mobile today, getting around pretty good compared to the end of the weekend when.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying. I will say now, from having a booth standpoint, the crowd is friendly.
Yeah.
I know a lot of times that these things, when you try to shove a card in their face, it's I don't know. But no, the people are taking our cards. I've got a little buzz about the $5 bad tarot card readings, but I haven't done any. So
I need one.
I'm drinking. On.
Yeah, you need to give Holly one of your.
So I'll be drinking. I'm pretty much drinking on my own money tonight. I hadn't planned on that, but
What's a cocktail party tonight? Do you have a press pass? Oh, you don't?
no, I have a vendor pass,
Oh.
and I don't know.
Here I am with a
I-
one-day damn pass, and y'all are rubbing it in my face.
He's not famous. Like I thought.
Yeah, we gotta work out some details on that. For all I know, that might get me in. I don't know. But all I know is when we leave here, we're going to eat. That is plan number one. That Wesley has been foodless today. Now a little sidebar for everybody. Check my time. Still doing good. I had planned on being here all day. Me being the responsible person that I am, and Scarefest putting me up like they are and getting me into the convention, my plan was to be the diligent worker and get here first thing this morning, and then work all day, and then work most of tomorrow, and then
How'd that work out for you?
not very well. Brandon had work emergencies. He said I could ride up with him. I said, well, I can't get in trouble if I'm late, if I'm riding with the owner of the convention. But he got tied up at work, so we got a late start. Didn't get here until probably 1 or 1:30. But, I'm here But Layla, I'm calling you out again. I had to stop by Layla's and pick up a bunch of literature for the booth. She calls me at like 9:30, says stop and pick up this literature. About 10:30, I'm almost there and I get a text saying, oh my God, I have a doctor's appointment at 11. I have to leave now. She forgot her doctor's appointment scheduled the same morning. Write stuff down, Layla. Just saying, start writing this stuff down.
That just shows you how important Scarefest is to Layla.
That must be what it is.
Yeah.
That must be what it is.
Yeah.
Or she just wanted to avoid seeing me.
True. That's a good possibility too.
That is always a possibility.
Me also, so I can relate.
Now, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take our second commercial break. We're running a little bit early, but we're probably not going to do this for a whole hour. I know you're hearing the background noise and everything. So everybody, stay tuned. We'll be right back in a minute.
Do you feel lost in life? Do you seem to be stuck in emotions that are not yours? Is your home not the sanctuary it should be? Contact Spirit Mechanics, where they take a team approach to your metaphysical and spiritual problems. Spirit Mechanics specializes in aura cleansing, stone attunement, attachment removal, and house cleansings. Spirit Mechanics tailors their approach to your individual spiritual path and needs. Find them every month at Lexington, Kentucky's Mystical Fair, mysticalfairlex.com, or on Facebook by searching Spirit Mechanics, that's MECHANIX. Spirit Mechanics, for your spiritual health and well-being.
Coyote Chris Sutton.
Shamanism,
spiritual advisement,
paranormal investigations,
inspirational presentations,
bringing light to the darkest places for over 20 years. Go to coyotechris.com to learn more.
And we ended up at Starcade last Saturday.
And welcome back, everybody. Spirit Mechanics get a free commercial out of that. I hit the wrong button. What can I tell you? Billy, before you go,
Yeah, man.
I want to ask you now.
Do I really need these?
Well, if you can hear me,
it just adds to the effect.
it adds to the effect. It adds to the effect.
Yeah.
When I first met you,
Yeah.
you were doing your Ernest
Yeah.
character,
Yeah.
and I actually used to think this was cosplay,
Yeah.
but I'm actually fairly sure this is what you wear every damn day of the
Every
week.
damn day. Yes, sirree. I wear this to
For like the
church.
last 7 years.
Wear it to.
I've known you.
Yeah. Still smells good.
Met you in it. Met you again in it.
Yeah. But no, it's a way of life, Wes.
It's way a lot.
It's a way
When
of
you
life.
when you come to a Comic-Con like this,
Yeah.
do people recognize the character? Do you get into character?
They do.
recognize it?
They do. And there's a lot of people that this character means a lot to them, and I can just see it in their face, and they smile, and they don't have to say nothing, and I turn around and say something to them, and then they go into, oh man, I grew up watching this character, and then at the end of it, I'm going, what character? What are you talking about? This is what I wear every day, you know. But no, a lot of appreciation goes into wearing this stuff.
Okay.
Like I tell everybody, I appreciate you appreciating what I appreciate. You know what I mean?
That just gives me a headache even
Yeah.
thinking about it. So, okay.
You lost him.
That's what I wanted to ask. I'll let you get back to the convention.
Yeah, man.
Enjoy your evening.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'll look forward to talking to you later.
See you at the wrestling cosplay.
Is that what you're doing?
I wish I was wrestling.
Now, Holly.
Yes.
Okay. In the horror genre, now, tell everyone what your favorite part of the horror industry is. I saw
John Carpenter, because I graduated from Western Kentucky University. That's where John Carpenter is from, Bowling Green.
Well,
So that's
that
why.
was that was a little more specific than I was expecting.
So my favorite movie is Halloween, the original.
Okay. Great. I was just going for like a decade, but y'all get it. So that's your passion. Now, what else are you interested in? I know. Okay, we've established horror. You've also heard her giggling about the wrestlers. I can tell you from following her on Twitter that she's really into wrestling.
Yeah. So what got me into wrestling? My older brother that you met at Scarefest.
Right.
He's been into wrestling since we were little kids, and also horror. So it's something that we can relate to. So now I'm taking my brother to these conventions. So he'll be here tomorrow, and he will acquire a press pass as well. So he gets to experience what I've been experiencing the last 12 years at coming to conventions, because he was in a relationship, then he became single, and now that he's single, he's doing all this fun stuff with his little sister who's helping him out. So I'm like, now you're going to rise to fame, and he's like, he's really shy, so I have to talk to people for him. At Scarefest, he got to meet Joe Bob Briggs. That's his like horror icon. So bring back Joe Bob Briggs, please. Thank you.
He's actually on the list. Now, I don't mean he's on the list to be there. He was one of the names that came up. I suggested they wait. I actually suggested they wait 1 year so you can hate me. But anyway, now on wrestling, explain to me what you like about wrestling. Wrestling is the one thing that I could never get into.
It is comedy. It is drama. Once you keep watching it, it's a storyline. It's acting, followed by men touching men, women touching women. Some little homoerotica going on there, but that's not for me. That part's not for me.
Okay,
I love the comedy. I love the comedy. I love the theatrics. I love the dramatics. It's fun to watch.
Fair enough. Now, the only area that I've never talked to you about, I don't know, do you stay up on the paranormal side of things?
Yes, but I'm a skeptic, so I will say that.
Well, that's fine. God love a skeptic. No, that was one thing. I'd seen you talk about the other parts, 80s horror and watching movies and being a fan of Joe Bob, and like I said, and then when she's on Twitter and she starts talking about wrestling, I just kind of like do the little thumb thing and go on past. But
my brother's watching, so hi Andy.
But on paranormal. Now, what is your interest? How do you consider yourself interested in it? Have you had an experience you want to explain? Is it just fascinating to you?
No, I haven't had any experiences in paranormal personally.
Okay.
I have had clients in the past. Once again, I'm a licensed therapist, so I have had experiences with clients talking about paranormal experiences they've had, and I connected it to mental health as well, with depression and things. So that is where I like paranormal. I connect it to mental health. So,
oddly enough, so do I. Oddly enough.
I mean, yeah, psychology, it can relate.
I tell everybody in the paranormal field, all of us, we're all out in left field.
Yeah.
Some of us are playing a little closer to the fence. So
a lot of scammers out there.
A lot of scammers and a lot of stuff that I believe in. When I say that I believe in it, I gag just a little bit. Because it sounds, me being a logical person normally and thinking things through, it actually sounds strange to me, to say that I embrace this. But at the same time, I have had these experiences. Good example, my shoulder is hurting like hell today.
It's a ghost.
No, it's not a ghost. When I was at Scarefest, it was hurting because other people, when they stand all day, their feet hurt. My shoulder hurts. Go figure. But Holly from Southern Gypsies did her little energy voodoo thing on it, and it fixed it for like 2 weeks.
In your mind. That's where I come in.
Maybe. But I was sitting there thinking, because I've had people try to do energy work before, and it didn't work. And so, and this is from an injury. This is not. I mean, I know it's a rotor cuff. I mean, I know what it is. When she was doing it, the only thing that gave me any mental convincing, I will say, her hands got hot as a heating pad.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, I started to use a 4-liter one. Her hands got really, really hot, and this was not from doing this. This was just while she was touching it. So, maybe it was just a heat therapy that helped. But I will say, Holly, shout out to you. You made a believer out of me. I just wish it had lasted longer. So that.
So it's a massage? type of
No,
thing?
not really.
Like
It
an
was-
Asian
it was
massage?
Here, very platonic. Get over closer to me.
No Asian massage.
No, and definitely no happy ending. So, but in the paranormal world, just like people will post pictures, and I believe in ghosts. I believe in some psychics, But my thing is, people will post these pictures, and I can tear them apart. I've seen very little substantial evidence. Now, I've not really seen any. I've seen a couple of videos that were really hard, a few pictures, but now you look at it from a psychological view. But now, how do you explain something like the prevailing EVP phenomenon? The best evidence that I've ever seen have been audio or heard. The best evidence that I have for the paranormal are audio clips that absolutely cannot be explained other than if you want me to just go ahead and say you faked it.
Were they your tapes?
Some of them. I have one that I consider the Holy Grail in that I got a entity, I'm not going to say it's a ghost,
Okay.
but I got an entity to say exactly what I told them to say when I told them to say it. Clearly.
Fairly loud and clear that they answered you.
Absolutely. The best explanation, non-ghost wise, that a skeptic gave me said, well, maybe you wanted it so bad, that you projected it with your mind into the camera. And I'm thinking, let's prove that.
Yeah.
Because that's just as cool. That is just as cool if I could do that. But you've not even heard anything that you would just say,
No.
something else is going on.
I have had experiences, I would say, that were spiritual, involving angels and demons, but I think there is a difference between ghosts and the spiritual world. I think, in my opinion.
Well, there is a difference, but it's like saying there's a difference between a paramedic and a doctor. I mean, there's a difference, but it doesn't mean it's not part of the same insignia.
The unknown can be so beyond our mind concept, and things are not explained. We're still searching for it, and that's what's cool about paranormal is people are still looking for answers.
Now, very quickly, what's your views on ufology?
Oh, I love aliens. I am one.
Okay.
Let me unzip myself.
Now, do you believe in UFOs?
No.
No, you do not believe in UFOs.
But I love them.
You just love aliens. Okay,
Yeah.
no, fair enough.
Love Travis Walton. We'd
And-
love to have him back at Scarefest. Travis Walton.
And
Fire in the sky.
So I'm guessing you're calling total bullshit on Bigfoot then.
I like Bigfoot too. Harry and the Hendersons. He was real. One of my favorite movies from my childhood was Harry and the Hendersons. Isn't it hilarious when he falls through the
Just go ahead and
floor?
alienate the fans. I do it all the time. But okay, so we've got a little bit about Holly. After the first of the year, Holly will be joining us from time to time. Like I said, I'm going to get her to do some remote work for us, do some interviews, help her get her media passes.
Is this paid?
What? Everybody might not give you a pass because you have Twitter followers. But you'll be seeing more of her. You'll be hearing more from her. And another thing we've talked about a little bit on the show. After the first of the year, Scarefest Radio is going to go. We're going to try to concentrate more on the horror. We're going to talk more about horror, maybe a little UFO, some weird stuff, okay? Serial killers, whatever. But we're going to try to move all the ghost stuff, all the psychic stuff, to a second hour. We're actually going to take Scarefest Radio to a 2-hour show, 2 segments, but that way you won't have, horror people won't have to listen to me talk ghosts for an hour. So we're trying to help you out.
So I have a question. As far as fans of the convention, what do you want to see from Scarefest Radio? What do you want to hear from Scarefest Radio? Would you like giveaways? That's something that needs to be discussed with the managers of Scarefest. Because I know last time I had a giveaway on my Twitter account through Nick Brown, which is not going to be here today. So he told me he wouldn't.
Okay.
But I think that's something that's cool to do with the radio. But for anyone that's listening, I would like to know, do you want interviews with what kind of celebrities? Horror, wrestlers? paranormal, whoever, whatever.
I guarantee if we do wrestlers, she'll do the interview. So there, if we can get some wrestlers, and I'll just sit and make crude jokes like I do when I don't know about the movie. No, we're trying to give away something every live episode, not counting remotes because it's almost impossible to do. Although, stop by the Scarefest booth at Louisville SuperCon tomorrow. I am giving away free autographed pictures of myself. We have a buttload of $5 t-shirts, Scarefest t-shirts, few for $10, most of them are $5. But we do have autographed pictures of me, $5 bad tarot card readings, and so there. See, that's like a giveaway. But we are trying to give away something every episode, not just a 3-day pass, but sometimes we do the autographs have actually been very popular. We've been giving away autographed pictures of stars. People's been fighting over some of them, so that's been pleasing. The one thing we're working on, and this is something, follow Holly on Twitter. I think you spend more time on Twitter than you do Facebook, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. Holly LaFavors.
No, actually, I don't go by my last name on there because I'm
Holly
a
LA.
therapist.
Holly LA. I'm sorry.
My Twitter handle is Stay Blood Red.
Oh, there you go.
Stay Blood Red. That's me.
She shows up in search if you actually. Anyway, okay. Stay Blood Red. But the give her some feedback on this. The one thing we're trying to figure out is how to get the interaction between the fans and our guests. We have the chat room at Scarefest Radio. Very few people use it. We have the Facebook Live. Lots of people chat on there, but it's very hard for the host to follow that because it streams. It's it jumps around. It moves very. It's resource intensive. And you Twitter people, you just don't even try. So.
They do on my Twitter. I don't know what he's talking about. I have more followers.
You can tag her, and she'll chat with you during the show.
Yeah.
But that is one thing we're wanting to know. What could we do to get more of the fans interacting with us in real time during the show? We would like to see more participation at the chat level. I mean, if we're entertaining enough and you don't want to do that, you don't want to chat with, you don't want to ask the guest questions, what can you do? But that is something we're working on. We want to bring you all into the fold more, even if, however we do it, that's something we are working on. One more commercial break, everybody. We'll be right back with our final segment.
He's making a list and he's checking it twice. But where does that leave you? You've got to come up with thoughtful and affordable gifts for friends, relatives, and coworkers. What to do, what to do. From Scarefest Radio, just click the Merry Christmas graphic in our sponsor links and you will find the kyhorse.com selection of practical and beautiful personalized leather belts, handmade in the bluegrass. It's a Kentucky tradition that fits every Christmas budget.
I just noticed our encoding overloaded, so I don't even know how much of the show's gone out. Hopefully we've got a good recording of it on the computer so that we can play it for you. But the little light, it keeps flashing colors. Now, we've talked about horror, we talked about paranormal. Now, how many years have you been coming to Scarefest?
Since it started.
You really?
Yes. What about you?
I missed one.
I'm calling you out.
I missed one. I didn't know about it. No, that's amazing. Now, but
I've been coming as a fan. I started coming as a fan. Still a fan. Still a fan of horror and Scarefest and paranormal. Love everything. And then I started doing networking and connecting. One of my best friends was a exhibitor, a celeb. So and then I started getting passes. I knew the former managers. I started getting passes there. Updated a few people that were guests, and so that's how I started doing that as well. And then the press passes came along too. with
Okay.
the social media following.
So we've got a long-time Scarefester here that will be joining the show. Now, before we let everybody go, though, Jake, come here.
Hi.
Come here, right here, Jake.
Hi.
Everybody, this is Jake Godbold. You know him from Scarefest. You know him from the chat room. He's one of our regulars. Now, Jake, you've been here a couple hours. What do you think?
Show us your shirt. It's something like Iron Maiden. My favorite band, by the way. It's not Iron Maiden, but it's Iron Maiden.
Well,
Font.
It's a mashup of Iron Maiden.
Exactly.
Jason.
But horror.
What do you like best about the convention? Have you met anybody? Have you got any autographs?
Do you like wrestling?
Of course. Well,
Who's your favorite wrestler?
not currently. Overall time, Jake the Snake. But got to talk to Alice Cooper again, so that was cool. And meet some Batman voice actors. And it's not bad. I just got bored and woke up and said, hey, I need a con fix. Here I am.
Have you been to any other Comic Cons? Have you been to
Couple of-
Lexington Comic Con?
Oh yeah.
How would you compare this one to Lexington Comic Con? Because I've been, and this is huge. And
It's
I
not
just got
bad.
here.
I don't like comparing cons. I really don't. Unless they.
I mean,
there's-
I've been to so many. I like small cons too.
There's cons and then there's shit cons. And they
There-
haven't pissed me off yet here. So
Okay, well, there you go.
Unlike another.
Louisville SuperCon has not pissed Jake off yet. So there's our closing for the evening.
you're closing with that?
Hey, that's like fits right in with what we've been doing. Everybody, come out and see us tomorrow. We'll be here all day. We'll be here. The booth will be here all weekend. We do have some specials. Stop by, check us out. I looked Cthulhu, Mini Cthulhu says show up.
Not even his dad can.
The
say
cosplay has
it,
been
so
great
it's
today. Tomorrow, I'm expecting big things out of the cosplay. There has just been some off-the-hook cosplay already. And
There is a 90s party tomorrow night. There is a VIP party tonight. An alcohol party. He can't go.
which I don't get to go to because they didn't.
But I can tell you all about it.
Because I'm trying to explain to everybody, book me as talent. But anyway, so please, Louisville SuperCon, come and check them out. Thanks everybody for watching tonight. I hope that we was able to get some of the video out to you. But that's remote for you.